Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are ready to be back and ready to start learning. And I hope you guys had a wonderful time on your field trip yesterday. Today we are going to start talking about the rules for converting. So on Monday we talked about simple conversions, 12 inches equal a foot, 3 feet equal a yard, 1 yard equals 36 inches, stuff like that. You're also going to be working on some task cards today that go through those kind of simple measurements. But 5th grade gets into a little bit more than just those simple measurements. We start talking about converting and bigger numbers and stuff like that. So today we're going to talk about one of the cheesy ways that we kind of remember it. Miss Snyder calls it Miss Snyder's cheesy ways. And this is how she taught me, and this is how I've taught it for the past 2 years. So whenever we talk about our big units are going to be yards and tons, feet in some cases, gallons, quarts. Those are our bigger units. And whenever we go from a big unit to a small unit, we are going to multiply. So this makes an X right here, and we know that our X's mean to multiply. So when we go from a big unit to a small unit, we multiply. Now, what do we do when we go from a small unit to a big unit? Well, when we go from a small unit, like inches, pounds, ounces, cups, fluid ounces, those things like that, when we go from a small unit to a big unit, well, think about what we're creating right here. We're creating a line, and we have our head on this side and our stomach on this side. So what kind of symbol could that make? Think about that real quick with your partner or with the person sitting next to you. If we multiply when we go from big to small, when we go from small to big, what does that make? So take just a couple seconds, think about that. All right, anybody have any ideas? Did I hear division come out? So when we go from a small unit to a big unit, we're going to divide. So big to small, multiply, small to big, divide. Everybody do it together 2 times through. Be careful, don't hit your neighbor. Okay? When we go big to small, we multiply. Small to big, we divide. One more time. Big to small, multiply. Small to big, we divide. All right, so you guys will probably see one of these little anchor charts coming into your classroom. Big unit to a small unit, we multiply. A small unit to a big unit, we're going to divide. And these are our rules for converting measurement. So let's give some a try. If you have a scrap piece of paper or a sheet in your notebook, in your math notebook, you may want to write these down. We're going to go through and try 2 different problems real quick. The first one that we are going to try is 54 inches equals how many feet? So go ahead and take a couple seconds, write this down if you need to. When I start out at 54 inches, I need to decide what type of unit inches are. So is that the small unit or is that the big unit? And over here I see that I'm comparing it to feet. So let's think about this real quick. If I have inches and feet, if I have a ruler, I know that that one ruler is 1 foot. An inch is about the size of your thumb. So it's about this size right here. So which one's smaller? Is inch smaller or the foot smaller? The inch is smaller. Good. So this is my small unit, and I'm going to my bigger unit. A foot is bigger than an inch. So when I go from small to big, I have to divide. So my question is, what do I have to divide? Well, I have 54 inches. I need to figure out how many feet that is. Well, how many inches are in a foot? I know we talked about it before, but how many did we say? Did we say 12 inches in a foot? Is that correct? So down here on my paper, I need to divide 12 into 54. So if you have a sheet of paper out or you have your math notebook out, take a couple seconds, go ahead and solve this. I'm going to solve this on my paper too. All right, hopefully you guys have had a chance to solve it. Over here, you can see where I did 12 times 3, which equals 36, 12 times 4, which is 48, and 12 times 5, which is 60. Well, 12 can go into 54, I figured out, 4 times. So I put my 4 up here, and I subtracted 48. 54 minus 48 is 6. Now, in math, we've been talking about how to make a mixed number from this fraction. So, how can I make a mixed number from this division problem right here? Okay, well, I know that 4 is my whole number, but then I have 6, which should be my numerator, and 12, which should be my denominator. So that's 6/12. Can I simplify that fraction and make it into something else? Sure, I can simplify it to 1/2. So what I have up here is that 54 inches actually equals 4.5 feet. Some of you guys are probably either this high or probably taller. You guys have a lot of tall kids in your class. So that's 4.5 feet right there. Now, going down here, I switched it up on us. I have 43 feet to blank inches. So this time, I'm going from my big unit to my small unit. So this time, if I go from big to small, I have to multiply. Well, now my question is what do I have to multiply, 43 by? How many inches are in 1 foot? Can anybody remember? There are 12 inches in 1 foot. Good, I heard somebody say it. So over here to the side, I'm going to have to multiply 43 times 12. So take a moment real quick. Do this on your piece of paper or in your math notebook, wherever. I'm going to solve it on mine too. All right, hopefully you guys have had time enough to solve. On here, when I multiplied, 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. I brought my 0 down because I'm finished in the ones place. 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 4 is 4. I added it together, 6. 11, I carried my 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So that means that in 43 feet, there is 516 inches. Okay, so you can use this to help you on the task cards that you're working on today with conversions. You can also use this in class tomorrow and the rest of the week. Okay, so hope you guys have a good day and a good afternoon and have fun in math.